Alright, Sentai fans, time to the next episode, which is Break In, the final deciding battle. At the Eastern General Hospital, a hospitalist boy named Satoshi is reading through a book of dinosaurs as his mother cuts fruit. Suddenly, Gekime arrived with several other children giving him flowers and dolls of the other guardian beasts. With them thanking them for showing up and seeing him, Satoshi's mother takes Gekime aside and reveals the doctors are doing the best they can, but his extremely challenging illness. His only means of survival is his will to live. The will is his most important means of living. This will is his important means of living. Geki explains that Satoshi's son had collapsed 10 days prior and discovered him while discovering he was a big fan of dinosaurs. Hoping to cheer him up, Geki tells him to be strong and get better to overcome the illness. However, Satoshi doesn't feel confident since he's afraid to die. When Geki asks why, he shows him the strength of the dinosaurs and that Satoshi can be as strong as them. But Satoshi upset states that the dinosaurs are all extinct, thus no matter how strong you are, you're going to die as he throws his book to the other side of the room and begins to cry. Geki tells him not to cry. Geki tells him not to say that, and reveals that the dinosaurs aren't extinct and the Zyurangers are incubating Tyrannosaurus eggs. Instantly cheering him up as Mia confirms this, explaining they will hatch in 30 days after entering King Barkion's body. Asking if it's true, Geki says the eggs have been fighting for 170 million years and that Satoshi can do the same. She agrees with, as does his mother and the kids. Satoshi has to see the eggs when they hatch, thinking he'll get better if he sees them, which May confirms that he can with energy. As Geki may leave the hospital with the children, they discover several dead birds on a bridge, May realizing how horrifying it is. The children also discover wilted flowers in the same area. As Geki wonders what's going on, the ground starts to shake and the city rips apart, as Bars and the other Zyurangers feel the same quake in the shrine. The sage realizing a terrible thing is happening. The earthquake is being felt on the moon as Badora shows confusion in what's happening. Barca asks the guardian beast what's going on and responds that Great Satan will return, and the final battle between the gods and Great Satan will be beginning, the decisive battle. The Tyrannosaurus statue fires beams raising up a stone which reveals a book hidden within. Barca takes it and realizes what it is. May and Geki realize something is happening on the outside with the earthquake and dead birds, and decide to return to the shrine. However, the two and Satoshi's friends end up in the woods. Geki wondering how, and May wondering if they're lost, with one of the children telling them to keep going. The two Zyurangers and the children continue to wander as a boy named Ichi trips, discovering a white hand and a skull near him, scaring him. However, a strange laughter starts to echo through the woods before the children are all lifted off the ground and Geki and May are attacked. A mysterious boy cloaked in white with white hair appears before them with his feet floating off the ground, smiling. Geki asks who he is, but the boy states today is the day the Zyurangers will die and that he'll take the children. Angering Geki before he and May are pushed back by the mysterious boy's power, being tossed around physically before being pushed into a tree, forcing both to transform and attack the boy in white. The boy continues his psychic powers to slam May and Geki together and far apart before telekinetically tossing around Geki, attacking him and throwing Tyrannoranger to the ground. He then attacks the two Zyurangers before vanishing with the children. At Pandora's palace, Leprechaun laments the destruction of his artwork from the quake, and Toadpad and Bookback wonder what's going on. Without warning, the boy in white appears in the palace to Pandora. The witch asks who he is before Lammy tries to attack him with Gryffindor, the boy leaping away before suddenly calling the witch Mama, surprising her. Staring into his eyes, Pandora realizes who he is and faints, revealing that he is her son, Kai, shocking everyone in her having a child. Realizing Kai is alive, Pandora tries to embrace him, but he flies away, stating he was resurrected by the power of Great Satan and that he will come to Earth and start the final battle with the gods, before flying to the railing and standing on it. Asking his mother if she wants to destroy Earth as well, he asks Pandora to join Great Satan's crusade, which she decides to do. As Barca reads through the new ancient book, Geki may discover about the final battle of Great Satan, which May realizes the boy who stole the children is possibly associated with it as well, which Barca confirms. Dan asks if he found out what was written in the new book, and he mentions the book as the Dino Apocalypse, about the battle between the gods and Great Satan, and by reading this book, it will reveal why this battle is occurring now, except it is written in the ancient Gandor language. This will take time to figure out. Geki decides to lead the team to find clues to the abducted children, with the team following. Geki may once again leave the hospital as Satoshi is recovering from his illness. Breathing through a ventilator, Geki laments for Satoshi to recover. They must both save the Earth and hatch dinosaur eggs. Suddenly, buildings start moving in the city as the Zyurongers reconvene, and within an earthquake as Pandora's palace once again descends on the planet, as Hermione starts dancing through the castle, and Witch starts singing her theme song Dala once again. She soon announces to the Earth that the final battle has started and that she will defeat the Zyurongers and take the planet. Kai soon appears on another roof as May and Geki discover him, and he says he will show his power as he summons Dora Talos, splitting over the Earth as a massive white mecha rises to the surface and more explosions occur, causing panic in the streets. Leprechaun says this mecha is the best work of his entire life. Kai soon changes into battle gear and teleports into Dora Talos, starting to attack buildings and causing more chaos. The Zyurongers transform into some of the Guardian Beasts and becoming Daijujin, but soon discover that Satoshi's friends are Kai's co-pilots. At Kai's order, the mecha begins its attack as the team laments that if they attack Dora Talos, the children's sight will be hurt. Kai asks what's the matter as the white mecha pummels Daijujin and Pandora remains left maniacally as Great Satan approaches the planet once again. Dun dun dun! So anyway, let's take a look at a note from this episode. The scene with the Zyurongers reacting to Pandora's palace as well as Pandora crew singing were shown in the special Power Rangers funniest moments. Okay then. So overall, I think this episode is pretty interesting, and yep, we're definitely getting near the end of the season, so that's a big one. So yeah. So overall, I give Break In, the final deciding battle, 5 Megazords out of 5. By the way, tune in as we took the final episode of the day, The Sun from the Darkness. So until then, in the words of Zordon, may the power protect you.